here with me. It's December 2016. Just wanted to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. It's been a while since I filmed a video. I think the last one I filmed was in May or June. I did try to start filming a vlog, and I think I was like being good with it for a couple of weeks, and then I kind of lost interest. I think it was Emily from Neglected Possessions that said, like, make sure you try and upload it and edit it every day, or else it's just going to be too much at the end. And I was trying to do that, but I didn't, and eventually it was too much and I just kind of forgot about it. Another reason I haven't filmed in a while, I lost my stitching bug over the summer. I think it was partly because of, so I think partly it was because I was working on Gypsy Queen and I wanted to stitch her skin 1/1 because it looks beautiful and everyone's piece that stitches it 1/1. But when I was stitching it on my almanac stand, which I love, but I still don't have a good chair for it. So since it's so the stitches are so tiny, I was like stitching like this, and it put a lot of strain on my back, and I got really tired of it. But I told myself I didn't want to stitch anything until I finished it, and because I kind of put that on myself, it kind of just made me lose my stitching bug altogether. And then I got really into my other hobbies. Basically, one of my good friends is really into running. She just ran her first full marathon this year, and she does lots of halves and 10Ks and 5Ks, and I decided that I wanted to give that a go. So I started with the Couch to 5K training program. Before I started doing all this running and stuff, I have never been able to run even a mile straight in my life. I think the most I ever had run was like 5 minutes. So I used that program and I ran with her. I signed up for a lot of races. It was a lot of fun. We dressed up in like glittery skirts, and I signed up for races that had cute medals, but I kind of lost my interest for that too near the end. But by the end of it, I was able to run like 2 miles straight without stopping, which I'm sure for a lot of people is not a big deal at all, but for me, I've never, like I said, never run a mile straight in my life, so that was like a huge deal. But I kind of got burnt out on it, and I'm hoping that with the new year coming, I can start easing my way back into running and working on my distances and stuff like that. But I wanted to show you guys just a couple, before I got into cross-stitching stuff, just a couple of the medals that I earned during the races. I did do my first half marathon in November. It was the Rock and Roll Half Marathon in Las Vegas. So they closed the strip down at night, and then you get to run like on the strip, and there's no cars or anything. So that was super cool, but it was super rough. I had stopped training like a month before that, or stopped running, and I should have been training, so I wasn't prepared at all. My thighs, they rub together, so I put like a body glide chafing stick, and then I even decided to wear like my Lululemon pants just so I would not chafe. But during the race, a little hole formed on my inner thigh, like this big, and after mile 2, it just kept rubbing and rubbing, and by the end of the race, it was like the most raw, painful, chafing experience, and I was like in tears near the end of the race, so I was done. So I am signed up for another half marathon in January, but I don't know if I'm going to be doing it. I'm not ready. I'm not prepared. We'll see. Anyways, I'll just show you a couple of my medals because I think they're really pretty, and eventually I want to hang them on my wall on a medal rack, and then I will get into cross-stitching stuff. So I really liked, this is from the Aloha Run in Long Beach, and it was a 10K, and it's super pretty and glittery. The little skirt on the Hula Girl moves. And I liked this medal so much that I got my friend to do the race with me in Long Beach, and we live in San Diego, so we drove up 2 hours and stayed in a hotel just so we could run that race so I could get this medal. This is the medal from the Rock and Roll Half Marathon in Las Vegas, and this, I thought that this spun, but I don't know. So I really like that one. And I did not run the half marathon the entire time. That was like way out of my reach. This is a La Jolla 4-mile run, which is also really pretty. And I think some of you know about the website YesFit. I know there's some cross stitchers in the Stitchy Fit group that Tracy P created, and some of you guys have signed up for YesFit. There's a whole bunch of different races, and they have different miles, and then you log in your amount of miles and you earn your medals. So for example, the miles could be like 100 miles, and then you go in every day and log in, oh, I ran 3 miles today. And then when you finally reach your goal of 100 miles, then they mail you a really cool medal, and there's a ton of races. And they have a group on Facebook too, and everyone's really encouraging and supportive. So I want to do more, but like I said, I kind of lost my motivation. I did finish this one. This is Road to Hana, and it's really pretty, and you can see the medal's really big. This was like a 50-something mile race or run or whatever you want to call it. And then also, I did some virtual runs with my friend. Basically, you can sign up for different 5Ks and 10Ks online. They mail you a package. It includes a bib, usually a t-shirt, and the medal, and usually the money goes to a good cause. So some type of charity or fundraising. So here's one of the ones that my friend and I did. It's the 2016 Summer Soulmate Fun Run, and I thought the medal was really cute. It's by the company Flex It Pink, and they do a lot of virtual runs, and they have like monthly subscription boxes for being active and healthy and all that. Okay, so I'm going to talk about cross stitching now. Sorry, that was a super long tangent. So I did eventually get my stitching bug back around September, and I have been like trying to catch up on Flosstube, and I'm on my Instagram now and checking the Facebook groups out, although I don't post a lot on those. There are a ton of new Flosstubers, which is awesome because it hasn't even been a year and there's so many new people, which is great because there's so many new videos and new people to watch and new projects to see, but it's made it impossible for me to catch up on all the Flosstube videos I missed. So I basically just try to watch what I can when I can. Although I do have a few favorites that I won't miss a video from them. So anyways, I do have my first FFO. I finished Country Cottage Needleworks, Merry Christmas My Dear. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen it. I stitched it on 32 count barnwood, crystal barnwood by Picture This Plus in Lugana. And I actually went on the website, on the Picture This Plus website, to look up the fabric barnwood, and it looks a lot darker on the website. It looks completely different. So I don't know if mine is lighter because it's a Lugana or because maybe the fabric was labeled wrong. I bought it at a LMS, so I don't know if I were to order it online, if I would get the same thing that I have here, because it looks, like I said, completely different. So this is my FFO. So I don't know how well you can see it. My fiance and I framed this ourselves. We just got a cheapy frame from IKEA, and it was super hard to stuff the fabric into the back. But since it was a smaller piece, I didn't want to pay for framing. I ironed it, and it's a little wrinkled right here after we put it in the frame, so it doesn't bother me right now. I'll probably fix it next year before Christmas. But yeah, I'm super happy with this, especially since it was like a $5 IKEA frame, and it just looks very Christmassy and cute. So this definitely helped get my stitching bug back, and I'm glad to say that I finally have a finish. Let's see. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to my whips. I don't remember what I last showed you guys. It's been a while and I don't like watching videos of myself, so I'm not going to go back and rewatch it. I'll probably do some editing in this video if I have to, but yeah. So the last time I filmed a video, I was trying to get Gypsy Queen done. So I think I have worked on her from the last time I filmed. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm just going to go ahead and show her anyways. Oh, the needle just poked me. Okay, where's my... Okay. So here's Gypsy Queen. She's stitched on 32 count Belfast linen and Tropical by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. So as you can see, I've done a lot on her, and I've been stitching her skin 1 over 1. There's a little bit of skin over there, but I got really burnt out on the skin. I think if I just sat down and focused on her, I could get her done. Next year, definitely, I want to get her finished and framed. I'm really excited for the beading, but I just want to finish stitching everything first, and just gotta get through her skin here and finish up her hair and her headpiece. But let me see. But yeah, I love how she looks. She's beautiful. Because of how much I hated stitching the skin 1 over 1, I am stitching another Mirabilia, but the skin I'm doing 2 over 2. It definitely looks smoother and nicer 1 over 1, but I don't mind how it looks 2 over 2, and it's a lot less frustrating for me. So I think unless they only have a little bit of skin, I'm going to continue to stitch the skin 2 over 2 from now on. My next whip that I spent a lot of time on is Farewell to Anger. It's a Heaven and Earth design by Leonid Afremov. I'm stitching it 1 over 1 on 25 count Lugana. This is what it's going to look like when it's done, which it's nowhere near. And I can't see myself in the screen, so I don't know how everything's showing up, so hopefully you guys can see this, and if not, I can kind of go in and edit some stuff if I have to. So this one, so my scroll bars are not long enough to fit it on the width, so I had to stitch it, so I had to put it on my scroll bar and stitch it sideways. So this is the top left corner. I don't know if it's the fabric showing through, so there it is. As you can see, I am almost done with my first page finish, but I'm not quite there yet. I started to get a little burnt out on this, and I've learned my lesson from Gypsy Queen that if I'm burnt out on something, I'm just going to move on to what I want to stitch. So I'm doing the parking method, and I'm finding that I am making a lot less mistakes, and it's less frustrating for me. It might move a little bit slower. I did start doing parking across, in the rows, like Jessie Marie suggested, or how she enjoys doing it now. But I will get back to this when I feel like working on it. I don't want to stitch anything just to meet a deadline. I do want to finish a Heaven and Earth page, at least 1 page a month. How realistic that's going to be, I don't know, but if I don't, this thing is 40 something pages, so I I need to at least set a minimum goal, or else it's never going to be finished. And there's a lot of heaven and earth designs that I want to stitch. So yeah. Okay. So I don't remember if I showed you guys Frosty Forest last time. I haven't touched it in months, but I did realize that I think I might have started it the wrong way on my fabric, or I put too much space at the top, because there's supposed to be 9 of these blocks. So 9 of these, and I don't think it's gonna fit. But I'm not gonna frog it, so I'm just gonna work across and see what fits. And if all 9 blocks don't fit, then I'll do 8 blocks or 6 blocks, or however many blocks, because I'm not gonna rip this out. So I am going to talk about my plans for 2017. I'm not quite done showing you my whips, but Frosty Forest, I definitely want to try and finish this next year. This is stitched on 32 count Belfast Glacier by Picture This Plus. Okay. So I have a couple new starts. The first one is Glendon Place by Baked Alaska. Or Baked Alaska by Glendon Place. It's one of the desserts collection. That's what it's going to look like when it's finished. I'm stitching it with the, excuse me, I have an itchy nose, with the recommended Dinky Dyes fabric. And I bought this off, I don't remember where I got it, but I'm stitching it on the fabric that website recommended. It might have been Needleworker's Delight, or because this is a silk weaver fabric. It's 28 count Cashel linen, Blue Dynasty. And this is what I have so far. This is the top, just the top left. Yeah, left corner here. Oh my gosh. So this one I kind of got bored of too. It's really pretty, and I really love stinky stitching with the Dinky Dyes. I especially love this color, which it's very light, so I don't know if you can see it. But I kind of got a little bored, so I told myself I will put it away and stitch it when I feel like it. I don't have any plans for this to be having to be a finish for 2017. It's just something that I'll work on when I feel like. So I got another Mirabilia out to stitch on. This is Deepest Love by Mirabilia. I'm stitching it on the recommended fabric, which, to be honest, I'd have to go on the Everything Cross Stitch website and see what they recommended with it, because there's no tag on this. But I am stitching her skin 2/2, and I think she looks fine with this. I think she looks okay. You know, I'm happy with her. So I really love how she's coming out. I would love to finish her next year as well. We'll see what happens. And then I went ahead and put some of the Krennic in, because I just love stitching on the pieces when there's sparkle in it. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. Another whip that I brought out, I worked on it just for a little, one night, and it's Lizzie Kate Jingles. It's on this pretty opalescent fabric that I don't have the tag for anymore, so I just worked on the ho 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 reindeer. I plan to work on this one more next year, but nothing set on when I need to finish it by. And then, so I have been seeing everyone stitch the Hawk Run Hollow pieces, and I know that there's a Facebook group, I don't know who it's by, I'm sorry, but it's the Let's All Move to Hawk Run Hollow. So there's a whole bunch of different pieces set in Hawk Run Hollow that you can stitch. And I decided to start a year at Hawk Run Hollow. So this is the whip that I'm currently working on right now. It's stitched 2 over 2 on 32 count, and when I do another one of these, I'm going to try to do it 1 over 1 on 40 count because while I love how it looks, it's just too big. And if all of the pieces that I stitch for this Hawk Run Hollow, it would just take up like all of my wall space. So this is where I'm at. I'm stitching the first month. It's the January block, so I'm almost done with that. I'm hoping to finish it this week. I'm stitching it using the NPI silks, and it is expensive. I love how it feels and the shine to it. I don't know if I could really tell that much of a difference from DMC, so I know a lot of you say that you really can't, and I don't know because I haven't compared it or anything, but it's pretty, but it's pricey, so I think if you stitch it with DMC, it would look just as good. And yeah. And it's stitched on 32 count Ren by Picture This Plus. Okay, let's see. So I did have another start. I'm really loving Jasmine Beckett Griffith right now. So I did have a Haid kit that I ordered for. I cannot pronounce the name of this. It's French, and I'm not gonna try because I will just butcher it. So this is what she looks like. I think she's just so beautiful. I love her eyes and all the blues. So I wanted to try tent stitch because I know I've seen a lot of pieces and they're really pretty and you can't even really tell, and it goes so much faster. So I wanted to give it a try. So I started stitching this 2 over 1 tent stitch on 25 count Lugana, and I'm one of those people that I just can't do it. I can't count correctly when I tent stitch. I made so many more mistakes. I got confused. It gave me a headache, and I don't know what it is with my tension. I tried to do continental tent stitch, but my tension it's still messed up. Like in every column change, it just indents in. So this is how far I got before I stopped. So you can see, maybe you can see the indentations. So I don't really have any issues with tension on my 1 over 1 heading and design, stitching it with full crosses. So I just decided to go ahead and stop, and I will restart this. I'll restart it next year, and I will do 1 over 1 full cross, and I guess tent stitching is just not for me, for full coverage designs at least. I gave it a try, but it didn't work out, so that's okay. At least I realized it before I got too far. So yeah, that's really it for all of my stuff that I've worked on since I last filmed. Like I said, there was a couple months where I completely lost my stitching bug. I wasn't even watching Flosstube. I wasn't even really going on my Instagram for stitching. So it's back now, and I don't think it's going to go away now that I'm letting myself stitch on what I want to stitch on. Anyways, so now I'm going to talk about 2017 stitching plans. I want to do at least 1 new start a month, so that would be 12 new starts. I haven't decided what I'm going to start, but A lot of my charts I matched up with fabrics that I would like to stitch them on, so I'll go ahead and run through that relatively quickly. So the first one I know that I definitely want to start next year is Aphrodite by Mirabilia, Aphrodite Mermaid. She is so beautiful. I have the bead pack, and I got this beautiful fabric from Under the Sea Fabrics by Leslie. It's called Poseidon's Keep, and it is 32 count linen. So I'm going to stitch her like this. So the ocean is on the bottom, and it's opalescent fabric, so there's some sparkle there. Yeah, she is so beautiful. This fabric is so beautiful. I think I'm going to stitch her skin too over too, because there's a lot of skin and I don't want to lose steam on her. Okay. So another one that I'm definitely going to start next year is this Lizzie Kate it's B45 Inspiration Boxer. It says, good friends are like angels. You don't have to see them to know they are there. And I don't know if you can see this, but hopefully. So this one I would like to be a start and a finish next year. And it comes with fabric in it, and the fabric is really stiff and rough. Yeah, it's like this. But I think I'm just going to use the fabric that it came with. I just have to order the hand-dyed threads. So this is a second new start for next year. Okay. So another one I have is Woodland Fairy. I know I showed her in previous videos. She's another Mirabilia. And I got this Simply Sage 32 count linen and hand-dyed fabrics by Stephanie to go with her. I think it's gonna be okay. So this is how, kind of an idea. And then this is some of the pretty credits that are gonna go with her. That is hard to do. Okay. So she's another one I want to start next year. She's not definitely, I'm going to have to start her, but we'll see. So I really like Nora Corbett's Witches, or her Bewitching Pixies. So this one is Minerva, and I think she's super cute. I'm not quite sure if I want to stitch her on this fabric or not. It looked good when I did it on the viewer online, but I'm not quite sure. So it's Enchanted Forest, 32 count linen, and Under the Sea Fabrics. And it's pretty, I just don't know if it's right for her. So this is the, let's see. This is the fabric. So I definitely want to start some of the Bewitching Pixies this year, and she is one that I definitely want to start. I'm going to have to do a floss toss on this fabric and kind of shop around before I decide if I want to start her on this. So this one, I actually don't plan to start next year, but I got fabric to match it. So it's Ice Angel by Lavender and Lace. So I don't know, that's what she's going to look like finished. And I got Silk Weaver, 32 count Belfast linen, and sterling silver. So I think she'll go great on this fabric. but probably not a 2017 start. I think she's really pretty, but I'm not in love with this one at the moment. I got my first Riolas kit. It is, I don't know what it's called, but it's a picture of a fox, and I really love foxes, just like Danielle from Stitcherista and Abby from Bella Stitch. I share your fox obsession. I have a Shiba Inu, which some of you guys may know, and they tend to resemble foxes. My Shiba is black, so she doesn't really look like a fox as much, but I think foxes are adorable, so I definitely want to start this one next year. It comes with this 14 count Aida blue fabric. I like the color, but I don't want to stitch it on 14 count Aida, so I'm going to be adding my own fabric in there. So this is another one that I definitely want to start next year. It's Lizzie Kate Dog Lessons for People, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen already, and I think I read it in another video. So I think when I placed the order with Under the Sea Fabrics, it was a little delayed. I don't remember why, but Leslie sent me a free little piece of fabric to make up for it, which I think is super awesome, and I love it. Thank you, Leslie. It's Atlantis 32 count Jogolin, and I don't really know what I was like planning to stitch on this. Maybe something Halloween could go on this, but I also think it'd be fun to just kind of put the Dog Lessons for People on it, since it doesn't have to have a certain type of background or anything. And since it's mostly words, it's not like the background will compete with the image. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I do hope to start and finish that next year, or if anything, just start it. There might be some crinkling, so if you guys can't stand crinkle, I would say don't watch anymore or fast forward. I didn't have time to take everything out of the bags, so I'm going to do it now. Okay. So the next one I would like to start next year, again, I'm not sure if I'm going to, it's the Lavender and Lace Blue Moon Angel. And I've showed this before, but I finally meshed a fabric with her, and it's actually haunted, 32 count linen haunted by Picture This Plus. I know some people were kind of saying that the fabric looked a little different from the pictures that they have online, but this is what mine looks like. Yeah, I really like it, and I think it's a really nice blue with some gray and green, and I think that's what I'm going to stitch her on. Okay. I know I probably shouldn't be putting like everything back while I'm filming, but there's already a mess over here, and it's gonna drive me crazy. Okay. So another one that I matched up with fabric, which I'm not 100% sure, but so I really like this one, Eva. It's another Bewitching Pixie by Nora Corbett. And I picked out Storm from 32 count Belfast linen by Picture This Plus. So I think I will stitch her on this one. I really like this fabric. And so she'll go on that. And as you can see, I already have the bead pack for her, so I just need to get the DMC and I can get her started. Okay, so another one, I think I might have showed this last time actually. I would like to start her, but nothing set in stone. So this is this is Moonflowers by Nora Corbett. I think she is so beautiful. And I did this fabric with this chart on the viewer, and it looked great. It looks maybe a little green for her in real life, but I'm going to do a floss toss and see how it goes. But it's conifer 32 count Belfast linen, but Picture This Plus. I just really like the idea of stitching her on a darker fabric, and so it's kind of like she's in the moon at night. So I guess basically this looked a little less green when I did it on the viewer, so that's what I'm kind of hesitant about. This is another one where I matched the fabric, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna start it next year. I would like to put a little bit of something in all of my whips, but finishes motivate me. So I got the Queen of Fairies by Passione Ricamo. I don't know how to say it. It's a really big chart, and I think she's super pretty. And I want to stitch her on this 32 count linen Sprite. I think she'll look really nice on a purple. And this is by Picture This Plus. I got it in the Picture This Plus sale. Woo! Everything's falling. So another lavender and lace that I know a couple of years stitching, Olivia and oh my gosh, Kelly at the Evergreen Needle, Angelica by Lavender and Lace. So I'm sure a lot of you have seen this, and I picked my fabric for her, I think. So I think I'm going to stitch her on Dapple by Picture This Plus. And it's another I don't know if you've noticed, but 32 count Belfast is my favorite fabric. So I don't know if it's too late for her, but I guess I'll do a floss toss when it comes down to it. Another piece I got, this is Glendon Place. It is called Ornaments All Around. It is super pretty. I definitely want to start this next year. And I ordered the recommended fabric from Silk Weaver, which Silk Weaver, it did take a long time for my order to come in. I think it took a couple months, but since I had been warned, I was kind of expecting it. So the fabrics are beautiful, but I think that other fabrics are just as beautiful and not quite as long as a wait, so I don't know. Anyways, so this is Silk Weaver 28 count Cashel Sparkling Promise. I love this fabric. So I'm going to stitch that on this, and it calls for, I think, DMC, Krennic, and Mill Hill beads. I don't think that there's any silks or anything. Well, it says Sullivan's. I don't know, what is Sullivan's? Is that another type of DMC or anchor, or is that some type of special thread? I don't know. I'll probably just stitch it in the DMC. Okay. So another one that I definitely want to start next year. All right, here we go. Crinkle Crinkle is Santa's Village, and I've seen Courtney's and Deborah. I love your guys' Santa's Village. And I meant to start it this year, but just kind of with the whole loss of the stitching bug and everything, I didn't get to it. So I only have the first chart. I'm sure you guys know what this looks like by now. But I just have the first chart right now by Country Cottage Needleworks, and I want to stitch all of them together. And I'm going to stitch on Crystal Gingerbread 32 Count Belfast by Picture This Plus. It's like a big, it's like a little shawl. Okay. Let me fold it up. Hopefully the lighting is not, hopefully it's true to color just because I am filming this at night with, you know, artificial light. So yeah, this one I definitely want to start next year and work on that. Okay. So when I was in Vegas for the half marathon, I had to visit the LNS Stitcher's Paradise. That was one of the highlights of the trip, which, I don't know, call me crazy, but I just really liked that LNS. And since my LNS just went out of business like this month, it's just a really nice store to go to, and you could spend hours and tons of money in there, which is either a good or bad thing. So this one I cannot pronounce. I think I don't know where the designer is from. It says, I don't know, Batakwari. It says Natali on the road. Kori, Batakori, Rakama, maybe it's Italian. If you guys can't understand what I'm saying or are curious, I can link it down below. I got this really cute Christmas pattern. It's Santa. They're like on a road trip. It has Route 66, California, and the reindeer in like ugly sweaters, which is so cute. And I'm going to stitch that on 32 Count Opal by Picture This Plus. And it's like a pinkish neutral. It's really pretty. So, and this one I hope to start next year. Okay, so just a couple more whips with or planned whips, planned new starts with fabric to get through. It's been a long time since I filmed, so I've accumulated some stuff. So this is another Bewitching Pixie. It's by Nora Corbett. It's Xenia or Xenia. And I'm going to stitch her on 32 Count Spice by Picture This Plus. And I think I really like how those go together. So I'm definitely going to stitch her on this fabric. I'm not going to unfold it, but there we go. Okay, maybe I will unfold it. Yeah, super pretty. Okay, also I really love the lavender and laces Santa, so I'm definitely going to start at least one of them next year. So I have two patterns. I have these two. The names are covered, so I can't see right now. And I don't know which one I want to stitch on this. Probably this one. And this is Vintage Country Mocha. It's the kind of fabric where it's only on one side, where it's mottled. And this is another 32 count linen. Just a couple more. I also plan to start this next year. I got this chart maybe 2 years. Or no, I got the chart last year. But it's Country Cottage Needleworks Autumn, which I've showed you guys before. And I'm going to stitch it on this cream Zweigart 32 count Belfast linen that I got from Hobby Lobby, which I rarely go to. So I think that's a good match here. So the last of my, I definitely want to start this, are the two of the Nora Corbett reindeers. So I actually, just by chance, bought the same ones that Kelly has at the Evergreen Needle, which if you haven't seen, they look beautiful. So I got Vixen and Blitzen, I think, and I definitely want to start and finish at least one. And I love the fabric that I got. It is Picture This Plus 28 count linen crystal fog, and it's opalescent. So I don't know, you can see all the glitter. And so these are the two patterns I have. I really like Vixen. She's really pretty. Or he. Are they all he's? Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to grab a little bit of haul. A lot of that was kind of haul, but since it's part of my 2017 like goals or new starts, new plans, whatever, I didn't really count it as haul. So now I just have some haul that I have just acquired over the last 6 months or so. So for Christmas, I got 3 new charts from my fiance. So I got Rapunzel by Mirabilia, which I love. Santa's Sampler by Country Cottage Needleworks. I'm loving Country Cottage Needlework and Little House Needleworks right now. I also want to start Gingerbread Village next year. So there's the first one, and I want to stitch them all on one fabric like Courtney's doing. I got the Lavender and Lace Celtic Christmas, which Deborah stitched her on a really pretty fabric that I would like to do as well. I got this from my LNS before they went out of business. It's Praiseworthy Stitches, Darkwing Manor. I need a fabric for this, but it's a super fun Halloween piece. Let's see. Gosh. So I also bought London Zoo by Kathy Barrick when I was at Stitcher's Paradise in Vegas. I love this so much. And then another one that you guys have probably seen, just the basic, The Village of Hawkron Hollow by Carriage House Samplings, which I also love. They just look so great when they're stitched up on the walls. I think that the Little House Needlework Hometown Holiday Series is super cute. So I kind of want to stitch them all on, like, not all, but like a lot of them on one piece of fabric and kind of hang it up, maybe just like as a row, like as a village. I saw someone do that. So I just kind of started collecting a few. So there's Caroline Quartet, Main Street Station, The Bookstore, Sweet Shop, and The True Lot. So those are some of the ones that I've already gotten, and like I said, I just want to stitch them like all in a row and make it my own little village. I got some cute Q-Snap graham guards from I think they're from Brenda's. Oh my gosh. I will post the link for that because I don't remember. And I did win a giveaway from Jane Jem X stitches, X stitches, J stitches. And she sent me these lovely hand-dyed floss. They're so beautiful. Like, there's a whole bunch of different brands. There's Dinky Dyes and Cottage Garden Threads and Water Lilies. I have no idea what I'm going to stitch with them, but they're so pretty. Let's see. And I love it. So thank you so much. I never really win anything, so that was awesome. Okay, so now I'm just going to quickly go through some of the needle minders that I've accumulated or added to my stash since I last filmed. I'm not going to show all of them because they are on some pieces that you may have seen, and I just didn't want to go looking for them and pulling them off. So I got some from Abby at Bella Stitch, and I love that she uses these for the magnetic backs. I got a few from her. Here's a couple that I haven't put on pieces, but it's a little cute fox and this cute little heart lollipop sucker thing. And from Brenda's Minders and More, I got a little champagne bottle and some snowmen. And I know that the wine Grand Guard is from her. I think the other one is from Maggie's shop on Etsy for Grand Guards. And then I got a couple from McKenna. She has a shop called Sincere Stitches on Amazon. So I really love toucans after we went to Costa Rica a couple months ago, and I'm obsessed with them now. So I got a toucan and this little cute reindeer. And then I got a whole bunch from True North needle minders. I got this cute Pikachu, hot cocoa, and this little pastel Easter bunny type thing. Or I think it might be a bird. I don't know what this is. I have a Chewbacca and BB-8 coming next month. They're all sticking together. I really like on hers True North needle minder, she puts these cute backings on as well. And there's like a whole bunch of different kinds. That's a lot of fun. I really love these two. I don't know if it's going to show up true to life on the camera, but they're really glittery and sparkly. It's a peacock feather and like a white snowflake. There's a haunted house, a little cute penguin, and then she sent a free Minnie and Mickey one. And then I got some more Pokemon. I got Pikachu, Eevee, Charmander, Squirtle, this really pretty pink pumpkin, and then this cute Santa sweater. So, and I really love the backing on the Squirtle. It's such a pretty blue, and I love how they all have different backings, and I think that's really great to hold the needle minders. Anyway, so that's all I have for you tonight. I know it was kind of long, and it's been a long time, so I had a lot to talk about. Hopefully I'll stay more regular with my video updates and possibly film one next month, just so I don't have a million things to talk about in one long video. So yeah, hopefully everyone has a happy new year. I really enjoy watching everyone's videos, so keep them coming, and thanks to anyone who's watching this. And yeah, alright, you guys take care.